Nothing special, just a typical ALLAY. However, no one really knows what kind of mob it actually is. Is it a friendly spirit that helps you carry your resources, or a flying, living wisp of flame? Where did it come from in the world of Minecraft? And what is its story? When developers add new mobs, they craft detailed lore for them, and the story of the ALLAY is one of the most tragic in the world of Minecraft. Why do pillagers need them? What do they do with them? And why can they only be found in captivity, at pillager outposts and in woodland mansion prisons? There are many questions, and the answer lies in a small, adorable creature. Once you learn its backstory, your opinion of the pillagers might change completely. Sit back, Macus is with you, and we'll start the Minecraft theory. The ALLAY has unique behavior. Until now, no other mob has interacted with note blocks. So let's begin with the basics. This mob has 8 hearts of health, which is almost equal to a player's 10 hearts. Surprisingly, it is completely peaceful and can hold an item in its hands. Previously, only foxes could hold items from players, and even then, only if they were dropped. The only other thing that could take something directly from a player's hand was an armor stand. If it's holding, say, diamonds, it will collect only that specific resource nearby and return it to the player. It can carry just one stack of items: 64 diamonds, 16 snowballs, or a single sword. Before this, no mob interacted with sound in Minecraft. The only exception was parrots dancing to music discs, and that was it. The ALLAY, however, can be linked to a note block for 30 seconds and will drop items there instead of to the player. That's why he was named No-Tick in the game, from the word note. And while that sounds cute, the original name ALLAY is much more fitting, because it connects deeply to Minecraft's lore and the pillagers. You'll see why shortly. It's also worth noting that the ALLAY is one of only 2 flying mobs in the overworld. The other one is the Phantom. Here's an interesting detail: the ALLAY glows. More precisely, its texture is very bright, as is the item it holds. But it doesn't emit actual light, just like the glow squid. However, Optifine fixes that, so it probably will glow. This makes you think, why not take it along to light your way through caves? And that's actually a great idea. Having a loyal companion never hurts. But no matter how we use the ALLAY in Minecraft, it's completely different from how the pillagers use it. Many players compare it to the Vex, and there's a reason for that. It's unlikely that the ALLAY and the Vex are unrelated. In fact, they're far more connected than they seem at first glance. Pillagers keep them locked in cages at outposts and in mansion prisons. These same cages can also contain iron golems. Golems aren't locked up, for obvious reasons. Even if the whole outpost attacked one, they couldn't defeat it. But what about the ALLAY? It's completely harmless. So why are they being held captive? The outpost is a quick-response military camp with tents and rotating guards. Captured ALLAYs are only there temporarily before being sent to the mansion. That's where most of them go. That's where they're held and experimented on. Unlike Vexes, ALLAYs are physical beings and can't phase through walls. It's interesting. The Vex is completely ghostly, yet both the Vex and the ALLAY can hold material items. There's even a small chance the Vex can drop an iron sword, and it's just a regular physical iron sword. Looking at them, it's easy to conclude. They are opposites, almost identical mobs. Yet few players truly realize that they are actually the same mob. What happened to them? What did the pillagers do? It's hard to say, but let's try. The Vex is summoned by the Evoker, one of the most powerful mages in Minecraft. Only the Evoker has the magical ability to do something like this, to convert one mob into another, like turning a blue sheep into a red one at will. The ALLAY's bluish glow darkens into a grayish blue, closer to the color of pillagers. All pillagers are gray or even darker. The Vex, in particular, has a bluish tone, somewhere between a regular pillager and an ALLAY. Its original name plays a key role here. ALLAY means to calm, while Vex means to irritate or to annoy, hence the name Vex. The sounds the ALLAY makes, No-Tick, are full of joyful laughter, especially after a chime. It sounds like a child laughing when it gets an item or block in its hands. And it becomes obvious. Who else do we hear laughing in Minecraft? But this time, that laughter doesn't mean joy or friendship. It means your death is near. The Evoker completely mirrors the Allay's abilities. He turns a peaceful creature into an angry ghost. The Vex still holds an item, but now it's a weapon, handed to it by the Evoker. The glowing shell of the once peaceful Allay is now covered in darkness, and it becomes forever hostile and completely alien to the player. So why do pillagers need allays? There are many reasons. If you think it's just to protect the Evoker, so he can wave his hands and summon things, you're very wrong. First, let's remember what the Evoker uses to bring ghosts from the other side into the overworld. In Minecraft, there's only one item that can cheat death: the Totem of Undying. Only this item has that power. The summoning of Vexes and the function of the totem are both powered by the Evoker's magic. The player doesn't know any such spells, so they just use the totem to save themselves. But in Minecraft, nothing comes without a price. To save one soul, another must be sacrificed. So why does the totem even work? And whose soul is exchanged for ours? There's a theory: an Allay is trapped inside the totem. That's why the player can't craft one, because it requires a soul and you can't put that into a crafting table. Creating a totem is purely magical, something Steve cannot do. Pillagers can melt gold and fit emerald eyes into carvings. Oddly enough, they even have forges and resources. But the soul infusion, the act of embedding a soul into the totem, is the work of the Evoker alone. Beyond that, allays might also be used by pillagers underground. Yes, many of you know that pillagers have visited strongholds with end portals, but we're not talking about those. We're talking about places deep within the Minecraft world, where candlelight is swallowed by darkness, and the slightest sound can lead to death. Places where soil and stone are infected with alien growth, and where eternal silence reigns. To sum it all up, once friendly allays no longer exist. They've been turned into Vexes forever. The rest, those that still survive, are no longer found in the open world. By the time the player enters Minecraft, the few remaining allays are already held captive in the darkest corners of the game world. When the player arrives, they find outposts with allays locked inside. The player wouldn't even understand why the pillagers are holding them, what they need them for, or what will become of them. But after watching this theory, you now know a little more about Minecraft. That wraps up my theory. We'll be waiting for new versions with updates to these underground cities. I can't wait to explore it all. In the meantime, leave a like on this video and subscribe to the channel. There's lots more cool stuff about Minecraft here. And I'm saying goodbye. Macus was with you. Good luck to all. Bye to all.